You all, we are at the beginning of week 2, and we find ourselves in a predicament. Here we are in English 103, and the very foundation from the course is documenting research. English 103 is advanced critical thinking, and everything that we create in this course is going to require research. And as a writer, we are dedicated to showing that research so that we do not plagiarize. And research needs to be documented in a formatted works cited page. We've had a lot of problems with this first Easybib assignment, and I understand that. And I'm going to help you through that. So I need you to stay with me through this entire video, and we're going to work through this together. We're going to have victory over this. Now, right here in the Start Here menu that I put up for day 1, as you look down, you see Easybib and how to use Easybib for perfect citations to show where that research came from. Then you have short videos here, and you have a final Easybib step. Then when we go down to week 1, we have an assignment called Fun with Easybib. Now, the problem is that some people tried to do this assignment without watching this final video that is important. So let's go through it together and let's have victory. And I want to start from this particular position. Many years ago, I decided that I wanted to paint a wall like this. And my mind was in an absolute storm. I could not figure out how to start. I felt pressure that all of the lines had to be perfect. This was before the days where you could get a handy mural that you could just put up on the wall. This was something I was going to paint myself. And the more people tried to explain it to me, the more confused I became. And it was an absolute nightmare for me in my head because I was just absolutely beyond confused. So, I think some of you might look at these tutorials and the videos and the instructions for how to create the perfect works cited page, and you see something akin to that mural that I wanted to paint way back when. When I see the assignment page with the step-by-step instructions, and I see these examples and so forth and links, I kind of get excited. I think, oh, wow, I'm going to be able to organize my research. You won't see my name on a plagiarism list. And when I look at this PDF that shows me what it looks like, I see order. I get excited. It looks neat and tidy. Works cited is here, 2 spaces. Everything is double spaced. The second lines are all neatly indented. And I think, oh, this is fantastic. That's what I see when I look at that works cited page. But I think some of you may see this, and it feels intimidating. And I think for some people, creating that first works cited page is as much of a challenge as I faced when I looked at painting this mural. So I'm going to spend a few minutes and I'm going to encapsulate everything that's in those videos, and we're going to do this together. You and I are going to make our way through this, and we're going to have victory. So first, I'm going to take you through the step-by-step process. We go to Easybib, we set up an account, which is free, and then we see all this stuff, and we start to get nervous because there's all this stuff all over the page. We don't need any of that. What we want to do is go over here to what we have created, and we're going to click My Citation Lists. We're not going to pay any attention to these ads, things that they want us to buy. We are in the free version of Easybib, and we're simply going to go to My Citation Lists. Now, each time I create a list, I will have a new folder. I know this should be in red, they didn't ask me. So we're going to create a folder. Let's look at one of the folders that I've created for an essay that will be coming up for you later. I'm going to click on this list. This is something I created here. Creates it there also. I create a list. So here is my list, which is empty. So let me find one that has some citations in it. Okay, so this is the actual assignment thing. Here is one citation. Let's add another one. We're going to go to a website that has something to do with college. I'll do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I found some college thing and I'm going to copy this like this. Copy. Now I'm going to go back over to my Easybib. I'm going to create a citation and I'm going to go over here. And what is this? This is a website. There are other things that I could be citing. A book, interviews are coming up later in some essays. This is a whole list that shows me different ways that I can create citations. For this one, we're going to stay on website because that's what it is. And we're going to paste. And once we get that pasted, we're going to let Easybib try to find it. And it did. So we're going to cite. And that's going to show us the citation here. And it says your citation may be missing information. So let's go up here. We're going to click Edit. And that's going to bring us these boxes. And the boxes are simply asking us if we have this information. And first of all, one of the things that we have here is a title that is way too long. And it's not punctuated correctly. So we can do 9 admission tips, best colleges. Now, it did not have an author. We don't think. Did it? Let's go back to the website and see if it had an author. Let's go together. Came back to that website and I see it does have an author and it was updated. So let's take her name. We're going to copy this. We're going to go back over to Easybib. And we're going to go down to this author. And we're going to paste it all in right there. And then we'll take her first name is Margaret. And her last name is Atridge. So we found the author. And now it's going to ask us if there were additional authors. There weren't. And it shows us where it came from. Shows us this information. And it does have that updated October 28th. Date accessed, but we have the date published. So let's go ahead and do that date published, which would be September 16th, 2024. So let's go over here, back over here, and it was written 26 September, and we're going to type in 2024. Okay, now if there was a situation where there was something that we needed the reader to know, then we would add that by adding in an annotation by simply clicking this, and we would type in whatever information we needed to type, like this was a second edition or this was later updated or something if we needed to do that. Otherwise, we don't need that. Okay, and once we have everything, that's all we know. We've made the title doable, then we update the citation. Can you see where it shows up over here? Okay, now when I've finished all of the citations that I'm going to find, and I've edited them, and I know that everything's perfect, then I'm going to click Export All, and now I have a choice. I can either do this in Google Docs or Microsoft Word. I have better luck with Word, but some people prefer Google Docs, whichever one you like, as long as it formats correctly. So now I'm going to click Word, and I'm going to click Export. And it's going to create the works cited up here in Downloads. So let me go up here and show you. You see this? There it is. I'm going to click this. And Word opens, and you know, as students on your EDU thing, you have access to Outlook, and Outlook gives you access to Word and that sort of thing. So as students, we have this. Now, I want to enable editing, and now I have it completely the way I want it. Now, let's say I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it into my Word document at the end of my essay or for my assignment or whatever. Let's go take a look and see what can happen. I opened a new Word document, and I'm going to paste the citations. That looks great, except we've got a problem right here. We need to put a space there. And I think that needs to go first. I think Attridge needs to go first. Let's put Attridge, comma, Margaret, period. Now, there we go. Okay, that looks great. But what happens if it goes like this? If something happens and it goes there, now it's all confluy. What if this happens? Look at that. Now it's a mess. Now, and you can see that some of you submitted works cited that looks like this. So sometimes if I have the wrong selection of how I want it to print, it's going to come out wrong. That's wrong. It's not even in Times New Roman 12 font. It might come out like this. You see? So when you pasted it in, it's not that you did anything necessarily wrong, and we just have to fix it. So if we put it in like that, that's completely wrong. You see that? So what we want to make sure is that we have it in normal. And we want to make sure that when we paste that in, that it pastes in under normal. So let's cut that, and we simply go back to the drawing board. We use these arrows over here, and we get to normal. And then when we paste it, it's still wrong. So let's cut it. And let's try to paste it in, and we'll go like this. Let's see if that works. Nope. You see what I'm doing? This happens to everybody. It happens to me. It happens to everybody. So if it goes on like this, then we want to go back to our document that uploaded. Let's go back over there to the one that was created. We're going to go back over here and just start all over again. Okay, so we're going to copy. Let's go to our blank document. I don't know what that is doing there. And let's try pasting it now. See? How pretty? Sometimes we just have to start all over again, and we get determined, and we're going to have victory over this, because this is the most important cornerstone of our course, y'all. So take your time, go back through, and resubmit that Easybib document. And because so many people got that wrong, that meant that your argument essay in 6 sentences was incorrect because your works cited wasn't correct. So go back and fix that too, and I'm going to come back in here tomorrow, Tuesday, and I'm going to grade those things. And let's see if we can get better perspective and get on board. Okay? I know you can do this. You're brilliant.